Welcome to the 35th session of Advanced Financial Management of 5th semester BBA, Bangalore University. So in this session, we are going to discuss dividend theories, model, that is Modigliani and Miller's model. Recap of previous class. In the previous class, we discussed dividend theory, model, irrelevance dividend theory. Model, irrelevance dividend theory. Approach can be proved with the help of the following formula. So the formula is P0 is equal to D1 plus P1 divided by 1 plus KE, where P0 is equal to prevailing market price of a share. KE is equal to cost of equity capital. D1 means dividend to be received at the end of period 1. P1 means market price of the share at the end of period 1. P1 can be calculated with the help of the following formula. So to find out the P1 is equal to P0 into 1 plus KE minus D1. The number of new shares to be issued can be determined by the following formula. So to find out the new shares to be issued, the formula is M into P1 is equal to I minus X minus ND1, where M is equal to number of new share to be issued. P1 means price at which new issue is to be made. I means amount of investment required, and X means total net profit of the firm during the period, and ND1 means total dividend paid during the period. So let's discuss one problem, that is X company limited has 1 lakh shares outstanding. The current market price of the shares is rupees 15 each. The company expects the net profit of rupees 2 lakh during the year, and it belongs to a rich class for which the appropriate capitalization rate has been estimated to be 20%. The company is considering dividend of rupees 2.50 per share for the current year. So what will be the price of the share at the end of the year if the dividend is paid and if dividend is not paid? So the solution is, if the dividend is paid, the formula be like P0 is equal to D1 plus P1 whole divided by 1 plus K. So from the information we have, P0 is rupees 15, we already have that, and cost of capital is 20%, and D1 means dividend at the end of period 1 is 2.50, and we need to find out the price, that is P1. So when you substitute the values to the formula, then that will be P0 is rupees 15 is equal to D1 is 2.50 plus P1. We need to find out the P1, so I'm leaving that same, whole divided by 1 plus cost of capital is 20%. So the next 15 is equal to 2.50 plus P1 whole divided by 20% of 1 means that is 0.20. So 1 plus 0.20 will be 1.20. So I'm taking that 2.50 plus 1 to the left side of the equal sign. So then it will become 2.50 plus P1 is equal to 15 into 1.2. So next I'm returning the P1 here. P1 is equal to 15 into 1.2 will be 18 minus, so I'm taking that value to this side, so it will be minus value. So 18 minus 2.50. So the P1 will be rupees 15.50. So this is the value of P1 if the dividend is paid. So let's look at if the dividend is not paid. So P0 is equal to D1 plus P1 whole divided by 1 plus KE. P0 is rupees 15 and cost of capital is 20%. So we are assuming that dividend is not paid, that's why D1 is 0. Then we need to find out the P1. So substitute the values to the formula. So 15 is equal to D1 is 0 because it's not paid, plus P1, we need to find out that one, whole divided by 1 plus cost of equity capital is 20%, So when you substitute the all values, then the P1 will be rupees 18. When if the dividend is not paid, the P1 will be rupees 18. Thank you.